As the team drives around, they start hearing a signal from the beacon.
Okay guys, we've got a signal.
Now it's time to attach the handheld antenna and move to a high point to get a bearing to where the beacon might be located. Firstly, stop the car and prepare the handheld antenna. Connect this to the receiver and confirm the settings are still correct. With this done, the whole team can now make their way to an identified high point. This high point doesn't need to be extremely high, it just needs to provide a degree of elevation over the surrounding area. It should be easy to access and be on public land. In this case, they find a small hill close to where they heard the signal. When suitably high up, the team can begin taking a bearing to where the signal is coming from. They start by holding the antenna straight out in front of them and slowly rotate through 360 degrees, indicating where the peaks and nulls in the signal are. Although the handheld antenna is directional towards the front, it will still receive some signal to the rear. It can be helpful to visualize lobes coming out from the antenna in each direction in the same plane as the antenna. The signal will be stronger to the front and weaker to the back. Our team understands this, so they hold the antenna close to their bodies to shield it from behind. They also rotate the antenna because this changes the plane that the antenna receives best on. When the team is confident in the direction of the signal, they go down behind the high point to use it as a shield, helping them validate this assumption. When this is confirmed, they take a bearing using a compass or a smartphone app and call it into the IMT. This information can help focus the search effort by not only confirming where the beacon is likely to be, but also where it isn't. They then plot this on their own map and identify a second high point they can use to triangulate where the signal is coming from. This is much more effective than walking directly in on the first bearing. When looking at this on the map, it creates a sector where the signal is coming from. Using this, you can choose a second high point. In this case, the team chooses one at 90 degrees to the subdivision. When they get there, they follow the same process. They get a good bearing, report it to the IMT, and plot it on their map. Now they have two overlapping sectors narrowing down the search area. The team can now go to the centre of that search area and try and narrow it down further. At each stop, they let the IMT know where they are and which direction they believe the signal is coming from. As they get very close to the signal, identifying an accurate direction is more difficult. After turning the gain down and setting the switch to near, it still appears to the team that the signal is coming from all directions. While the other team members commence an area search, the radio operator removes the antenna completely and holds the receiver close to his body. This shields the signal from behind him. Using this technique, the team can get very close to the beacon whether or not the missing person is still wearing it.